Hi, my name is Rebecca Hoffman, and I am applying for the job of HR generalist. I think that my education in high school as well as in college will best benefit me for this job, as well as my work at Camp Carol Joy Halling, where I communicated with coworkers while asking questions, planning, and discussing problems that I came up against while working on assignments, such as taking and editing pictures and videos. I like to stay organized by keeping track of tasks or projects in a planner and keeping to-do lists to make sure that I get all my stuff done in a timely manner. I keep track of deadlines and upcoming events on a monthly calendar so that I know what is coming up later in that month. I handle constructive feedback by actively listening to what the individual is telling me I can change to benefit my work for the company. I take what they are saying seriously and work to incorporate their feedback into what I'm doing so I can be a better fit for the company. If a coworker asks me to share private information about an employee with them, I would tell them that I cannot disclose that information because they told me that in confidence. If it were a pressing issue that would impact the company, I might suggest that they talk to that person directly. I am familiar with the recruiting process where HR personnel identify, contact, and hire qualified candidates to fill the open jobs. After they are recruited, the worker goes through the onboarding process, which integrates them into the company through filling out paperwork and getting familiar with the company's vision, tools, and team. I think that I learn new systems and technology quickly. For example, when I worked at Glaser Ceramics, I learned a few new programs, one of them being called GIMP, which I used to edit photos and cut a part of an image out for the website. I was able to understand the different tools quickly enough and was able to do the work by myself after short training on how to use them. I manage electronic files and documents by naming the files things I'll remember that correlate with the document. I would keep the file in a folder named after each project or assignment I was given so that I can stay better organized. If I were to get conflicting information from two different supervisors, I would ask them for both clarification so that the job gets done correctly and promptly. I would also communicate the differing opinions by letting the supervisors know that there are competing priorities. I would also suggest a solution that takes into account both ideas so that the supervisors are heard. I have used good judgment in the past with limited information when working ahead on a project before it was due, without being told for sure if it was work that needed to be done or not, and I figured that it would be beneficial, and it was. In a fast-paced environment, I handle stress by staying calm and staying on the first task I need to complete. I try to stay positive and professional when the job gets high-paced and stressful so that I can focus on the work more easily. When I worked at Camp Carol Joy Halling, I worked on a team as a marketing intern. I had a colleague that was in the same role as I was, so we had to coordinate our schedules. We had to communicate which groups of campers we would photograph that week so that we could photograph all the different campers that came. I worked with a larger marketing team that included 4 others, and I sought their advice. I contribute to a positive workplace culture by being respectful, dependable, and easy to work with. I communicate clearly with coworkers, listen to their different perspectives, and offer help when I see someone needs it. I have a couple questions of my own that I would like to voice now. What are the biggest challenges the HR team is currently facing? And how does the company define and promote a positive and inclusive work culture? Thank you for your time.